The same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They check it to 10. Hey.
Feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no. You don't want problems, yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems, yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems, no, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want. Yeah, call us dangerous, ain't too many can play with us, see what this game here taking us, no barber, ain't no fade.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Indianapolis Colts. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And in front of a raucous crowd, this one is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Check. Watch what they doing. Watch the screen.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Wilson. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Myles Jack with a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Myles Jack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. first down, and they go right back to blue. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. A touchdown, Indianapolis. Alfred Blue, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now Wilson on first down. And that's going to be intercepted. Taken by the Pro Bowler, Eric Weddle. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
The Colts take over first down 10 at the 43. We go. 180. Right there. Watch the pass.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
At the 22-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, D.
On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Here's Foles. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. DJ Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. So you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
7 yards there and a first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Mixon with a first down carry. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And the Colts pick it up, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. Foles. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with second down and less than a yard. So second and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They run Devontae Freeman. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
You don't want nothing. Come here. Pick up the ball.
On play action, they'll throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Christian Kirksey coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Ricky. At 58 is a mic.
Hey, Team 6.
Now Foles. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
First and 10.
Foles going to come up now, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Under. Pilot, 64, weak.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
We own this.
Back to throw here. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
First and 10.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Here we go.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
From the 17, Foles. And it'll be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll run on first down. Mixon. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
From the 38, Wilson steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Then he's got Fitzgerald. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 44-yard line.
A gain of 16 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the gun, it's Wilson. This is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jason Witten, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
26-yard line.
180. Mike 58 right there. Cut. Silent. And 58 is a Mike. Here we go.
They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. Returnable here for Davis. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Wilson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Flush to his right. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. On 1st down, Wilson steps away. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. The last time we saw Jason Witten on a football field instead of the broadcasting booth was, of course, 2 years ago, 2017. He had 63 catches, 560 yards, 5 touchdowns. It was his 11th Pro Bowl that season for a man who came into the league back in 2003. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Get out the field, defense.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Gets it off to Freeman. The 3rd down run gets them nothing. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now he's going to use his legs. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Out of bounds, just short of midfield.
Mike. 53, Mike. Check.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Freeman. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
54 mark, 54 mark.
Throwing on second down. Wilson completes it to Jason Witten. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his left. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw is Wilson, operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Smith coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Wilson. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Watch the run, watch the run. Tight go, tight go, tight go. Got it.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Butker now to add the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Foles. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Miles Jack getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Throwing is Wilson. And the catch made by Johnson. Give him 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Za'Darius Smith in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Back now in Indianapolis. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Here's Austin. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play-action sack. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Being chased out left. He'll try and run it, and he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Again, it's Johnson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Now Wilson on 1st down. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Just a yard of the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Wilson. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Back to throw. He's got his man, that's Josh Gordon. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Gordon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
You ain't going nowhere.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
He's back to throw, and he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll look to throw. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. He's going to get this to Austin, complete. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
Just like that. Just like that. Trouble. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, tight down. There you go.
to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right, just one more element to complete the victory. Tucker with the extra point, and that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Right. Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. One last shot for Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Indianapolis, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs.